We are joined now by somebody who was a very good college quarterback, played for a lot of years, 7 years. Tyler Shough was with the Saints this year, had a great rookie season for the Saints, actually turned their season around as soon as he started playing. Was a bit of a surprise. He went 5-4 as a starting quarterback. It is good to see his face here. It's been hidden behind a helmet. So, Tyler, forgive my ignorance here. You went to you were in college about 6 or 7 years, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, not by choice, but through COVID and the medical, I was able to outlast it, and yeah, had a blast, learned a bunch. Was at Oregon, Texas Tech, and finished up at Louisville.
And so when you went through that process and you imagined whatever it is that your life would look like in the pros, how close did it come to resembling what actually ended up happening?
Far from it. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of times where the reality kind of sets in when you're in a cast, you're in a sling where, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my opportunity to go to the NFL. And just everybody around me just kind of having that mentality to keep going, and got that opportunity and wanted to make sure I took advantage of it. And it's kind of a whirlwind right now, looking back. And but now I know there's so much more to go.
Given how difficult the position is, given how fast everything moves, can you now be honest about whatever was happening in your first game if you had a piss your pants moment where you're like, this is all too much. All of this is too much.
No, I mean, I remember the first time I came in was against the Bucs defense and Todd Bowles, and my first start was against the Rams, who are obviously deep in the playoffs. So it was definitely it's not a warm-up game. You're not playing against a FCS team in college, and I loved it. You got Vita Vea coming after you. I think the biggest one was Byron Young came free on the edge, and he hit me right in the jaw, and I had to get some needles in it. So it hurt pretty good, but I got acclimated pretty quick.
I don't believe you when you say it's a lot of fun, Vita Vea coming through the middle there untouched. I think you're lying.
Fight or flight. Fight or flight.
But then I believe that you're lying to us when you say it's a lot of fun to see him coming through the middle unblocked. Nobody wants to see that coming up the middle.
No, you just run. You just run for your life.
Okay, Tyler, I've been thinking about this recently, and you bringing it up is a great case. So you said you went to school, you went to Oregon, you went to Texas Tech, you went to Louisville. If the Saints are good enough to play on Sunday Night Football and they do the player intros and the player comes up on the screen with the graphic, Tyler Shough, and then you got to say what school you went to. Which school do you say? You've been to so many schools.
Yeah, I think you just got to go the Terrell Suggs Ball So Hard University. I don't know. I think I got to really think about it. I'll probably go Louisville because that's obviously the most recent, and they helped me get to this point. But I have ties, I have connections, and a lot of love for all three. But
I don't think you're saying that right. They correct me around here all the time.
You say it wrong.
You say it wrong.
Stand your ground.
No. How do you say Louisville?
Louisville.
There you go.
So simple, Dan.
Shit.
You got peanut butter on the roof of your mouth, man. You can't. It's not Louisville. It's a Louisville.
Thank you. Louisville.
What bothers you more, when people mispronounce that or your last name? Because I'm sure you ran into plenty of coaches in your day that have butchered that last name. What's the worst pronunciation of Shough you've heard?
Shough, Shough, Shough. I mean, it should be all those things, but Shough. It kind of fits in New Orleans because there's so many weird words here that you just have to memorize it, and it fits. And you're kind of shucking oysters. You got the F word that correlates with it, so it works out.
Are you allowed as a starting quarterback in the NFL to just simply answer this question? And you can tell me whether you're allowed without answering it. You don't have to. Just, are you allowed to answer who's better, Sam Darnold or Drake May?
I don't know if I'm allowed to answer it, but I think both those guys are playing really well. I'm obviously a huge fan. I grew up watching, Sam Darnold when I was in college, wanted to be like him, and obviously Drake, getting to know him. We have similar quarterback trainers, the same guys, and I'm watching their film. It's hard not to be a fan.
Let me do this another way with you, because you're already expert, even though you're a rookie, at not answering questions as a quarterback.
Yeah, it's a real brain buster. Rank the quarterbacks as a starting quarterback.
I'm sure who's better?
I'm sure
just
he had
who's
to be
better?
quick on his feet there.
Just who's better, Drake May or Sam Darnold? My guess is if someone asks him that privately, he's allowed to answer that question. He's just not
This isn't
allowed
in private, though, Dan.
He's not allowed to answer it publicly.
There's a couple guys no one's watching.
So can you tell me, Tyler, like, what are your go-to cliches in front of your locker when the reporter asks the question you don't want to answer? Because you've got a game plan here. You've got a playbook for how not to answer questions. So just take me through that.
Well, there's two trains of thought. You can go the Seahawks, Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined, which is ill-advised for my position. So I usually you kind of resort to the miscommunication. I mean, it was just a miscommunication. It was we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board.
Oh, drawing board's a good one.
Love a drawing
Go
board.
back to the drawing board. We'll refocus. I don't know. You gotta go in there and you gotta play it cool.
So help me though, what kinds of questions do you have in the data bank for miscommunication? Like, take me through the playbook of how to answer questions correctly in front of your locker that you don't actually want to answer. What are the kinds of questions that are going to result in you going straight to the cliche playbook?
I mean, anytime a reporter is trying to pass blame or really kind of make somebody else feel like it was their fault or they're going to talk crap on somebody else when that's not the case. So, or even if it was my fault, say I threw a really bad interception, you got to take the blame. So I think that's the biggest thing was a reporter trying to get maybe a dicey answer.
Maybe when they ask you to rank two quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just you gotta be smart there. You're kind of trying to get a headline.
We're all Team Tyler there. Your head coach, somebody I have a ton of respect for, Jeff Brohm, had one of the iconic XFL quotes of all time. I'm sure that was circulated in group chats there. When anybody was hurt in that Louisville locker room, were people asking, do I or do I not have a pulse?
That was probably the sole reason I committed to Louisville out of the portal. I saw that video and I was like, let's go. Like this guy gets after it. But that's not fake either. Like that's how he is on the headset, like him cussing you out, over the headset whenever you got to play or him just having that attitude. It's real. But yeah, no, it's a whole thing there. And I love it.
Put us next to you in front of the television when Louisville is playing Miami last year.
Louisville.
I was fired up. Just because, we couldn't get it done against them last year. It was a really, really fun game against Cam Ward and their team. But I think the way they kind of battled in Miami, and obviously they went to the national championship, and it was pretty cool.
Let's put a picture up here for Tyler Shough and have him tell us what's happening in this photo. Can you explain to me everything that's happening here where you are apparently dressed as team owner Gail Benson? And my God, what a package.
Yeah, no, thank you. I really appreciate that. That is the rookie Halloween contest where you have to obviously dress up and do a whole thing for it. And I got the blessing from the staff and Miss Benson. She, obviously really, really close with them, and it was a hit for sure. I lost to Major Payne. Our running back Devin Neal did Major Payne, and he had the gold tooth in. He killed it, but man, it was fun. I think you got to not take yourself too seriously.
What's happening over there on the right, though, of that photograph? Just not with you, but over there on the right.
That's Vector.
But lower. What's happening on the right?
Lower.
I don't know, man. I think he's got a hotel pillow stuffed in his pants to try and do he's got like a gut, the Vector. And then we got like a dictator in the right hand. We had a great group, man. Great rookie class. And I think that was the best part. The whole team loved it.
You had to be nervous to ask the owner for that, though.
Yeah, I was crapping my pants. But I think that was the best part. Was it was bold, and everybody kind of loved it. And like you said, you can't take yourself too seriously. You got to have some fun with it.
Most of the people talking about and critiquing whatever is your performance don't understand the difficulty of all the information that you have to process in 25 seconds. So if you were trying to explain to somebody listening to this, all right, let me explain to you this play call, how long it is, what it sounds like, what's just come to me through the helmet very quickly. What is the most complicated thing that you could say right now as just a play call, and explain what that play call is? The most complicated sounding play call you guys have that has to get in there in 25 seconds.
Oof. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can go any way with that. But I can give you a different version of our offense. I don't want to give our plays out too much, but it'd be
Come
Mo
on,
to
give us
flop
one
left,
of your plays.
Mo to flop left stack, F buzz, pop raptors toss, double post wheel, can to duo spot. and then you got multiple reads within that. You got a pass run option. You got your 1 high, 2 high. Then you can let it ride. Then you got a protection element. Say you get a pulling guard on that one. If you get pressure, you're gonna kill the protection to get you into 6-man pro to still run the pass. But if you get kind of a shell look, you're gonna go to run. You got the play clock clicking down, and you got to snap the ball.